A new paper helps to add human evidence to suggest that low-protein diets are linked with higher energy consumption, supporting the protein leverage hypothesis that we've talked about on many other videos that I will link here. But this new study in over 1,600 people found that low-protein diets are linked with higher consumption of total energy, leading to weight gain, adiposity, and possibly the diseases that are linked with excess adiposity or excess body weight, like diabetes, heart disease, cancer, and much more. The title of this paper is Evidence for Protein Leverage on Total Energy Intake, but Not Body Mass Index in a Large Cohort of Older Adults. And so, as I mentioned, this was a retrospective analysis using dietary intake in over 1,600 adults. Here's what I think is quite interesting, is there was a strong correlation with low protein diets and higher total energy intake. And this is really adding more and more credence to the theory that in many different animals, when animals and mammals and non-human primates as well as humans eat low-protein diets, they tend to eat higher levels of total energy, which if you're sedentary, if you're not exercising, that can lead to adiposity or weight gain over time. So that's really important for us to consider, especially if you're trying to lose weight. Spring break and summer is around the corner. Many people, like yourself, probably want to lose a few extra pounds. And so how do you do that? Prioritizing protein. We've been talking about this for years now, but finally, I think a lot of people are open to this idea and really starting to act upon this and understanding that, wow, when I really don't eat a high protein diet, I eat low protein diets, I tend to always crave foods, and some of the foods that you crave are unhealthy and fat promoting. So the scientists say in this cohort of older adults, 53% had obesity, which is completely wild. I thought we were going to have to wait until 2030 until 53% of adults would be obese, but we're already starting to see that in some of these different pockets of the US here. And 1.5% of the subjects out of 1,600 subjects followed here had severe obesity. They say there was a strong negative association between protein intake and total energy intake as well, meaning that low protein diets are linked with higher total energy intake, and the reverse is true. Higher protein diets are linked with less calorie intake. They say each percent of energy intake from protein reduced total energy intake by 77 kilojoules on average. However, BMI was unassociated with total energy intake in this cohort. Now, we know that body mass index is a really crude way to ascertain body composition and overall body fatness. And so I think it is important if this was looking at body fat percentage, we might see more granular data coming from this particular analysis. But I think the conclusion, the take home from this study, along with all the animal model studies that we have and non-human primate research, is low protein diets lead to overconsumption of energy. So if you are susceptible to overconsuming energy, snacking on cookies, crackers, cakes, treats, breads, all the baked goods, eat more protein. Whole eggs, grass-fed beef, you have chicken, you have yogurt, you have raw milk, raw dairy. All of those protein sources are very helpful. So that's my conclusion here, my friends. If you want to improve your body composition, lose body fat, prioritize protein. So that's it for today's show, my friends. Hopefully you enjoyed this content. If you did, please hit that like button. I will link the articles in the description below, as well as an ergogenic aid that might help your exercise sessions. The novel Creatine-Containing Electrolyte Sticks by Myoscience have been getting phenomenal feedback. There's over 750 reviews over at myoscience.com from people just like you who are trying to go to the gym, optimize their workouts, as well as supporting healthy hydration. Creatine and electrolytes should be paired together around exercise to get a better workout. You can save using the code podcast at checkout. We'll catch you on a future episode down the road.